thank you. It's going to be a beautiful weekend for this year's Tall Ships Festival, running through tomorrow in Cleveland, featuring 11 ships. But what makes them so unique? This morning, photojournalist Justin Gentili takes us behind the sails.
Couple swats on the outer. We definitely get asked if we're pirates fairly often, so we have to respond to that.
No, you're not.
And no, we're not pirates.
Brave Sail is a bunch of vessels that have a lot of canvas up that are going to sail through the harbor and in a line and sail through.
Swats on the staysail, swats on the standing.
So what's unique about these vessels is their living history. So something like the Dennis Sullivan, this is a recreation of a traditional Great Lakes cargo schooner from the 1850s, and the last one was still sailing till 1930, actually. The way we sail the vessel is exactly the same way that they did 150 years ago.
It's to set the mizzen! This is the only three-masted Great Lakes style schooner in the world. It's really the only one of its type.
Communication is the most important thing. I kind of sometimes say that the boat is voice activated. I say it, it happens.
Ready, all hands to the
It goes from me to the mate, and the mate makes the crew do the job that needs to be done, and vice versa. If there's something of concern, the crew see it, they say it to the mate, it comes back to me. So we're a real tight team that way.
When we're getting off the dock, we'll be calling for our dock lines to be cast. Let go 1! You'll hear let go 1, let go 2, so on and so forth. And then when we're setting sail, basically calling out commands for the different lines that we're using to set the sails. On your peak and throw it all the way! So there's halyards that raise the sails, there's downhauls that bring the sails down, and sheets that control the sails. So we'll be giving out orders to work with all those different lines. 12 port sheet!
You'll hear that the crew repeat the commands back, so that way it's understood that they know what they need to do. The awe that it takes to sail these vessels, I mean, the materials are modern, the techniques are modern on how they build them to a degree, but the way they sail these ships is still the same. That hasn't changed. It's just materials that are slightly different. Why do we do it? For me personally, I love our environmental education mission. That's what we teach about the Great Lakes, all the different things that affect the Great Lakes. And I grew up sailing, so it's a real good marriage of all these things that I'm passionate about.
Getting kids interested and out on the water who may otherwise never end up on board a vessel, it might be something that could change their lives, become sailors themselves one day.
A job isn't just sitting at a desk or in a factory, but there are jobs that keep you out in the environment, learning, getting to voyage. I've seen some really unique places that most people will never see.
Every once in a while it hits you where you're sailing along, the motors are off, it's silent, it might be the middle of the night, middle of the day, who knows, but to know that somebody else has done this and you're just carrying on and trying to keep it alive, it's a pretty neat connection. We're here to keep this sort of thing alive